Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today, I'll be giving a first-time reaction to a band named Real Big Fish. We'll be checking out their song Drunk Again, and for this track, we're also going to be doing a deeper lyrical analysis to hopefully come away with some better understanding here. Now, I had never heard of Real Big Fish before, but interestingly, this is one of Scott Klopfenstein's earlier projects, and if you guys don't know Scott, we actually did another first-time reaction to him relatively recently. We checked out his song Welcome to New York, which was phenomenal. It was quite surprising to me to not have heard of his name before, given how talented he was. So, in a sense, this is kind of his origin stories, but either way, I'm excited to check this out today, and that is all thanks to Connor the Ambient for making this donation request. And Connor dedicated this reaction to his brothers and sister, whom never balked at my music suggestions, rather embraced them and learned them. I'm truly fortunate for that. You know, it's truly amazing when you get to share music with those you love, and if they openly welcome your wacky suggestions, whatever they may be, it's even better. Forgive the voice crack. Let's jump into the music. Already that jazzy feel has entered the chat. Oh, beautiful tempo already. Presumably he's drunk with that Jim Beam next to him.
I had a dollar bill for every time I'd been wrong. I'd be a self-made millionaire and you'd still be gone. So hand me down my best dress shoes and my best dress shirt, 'cause I'm going out in style to cover the hurt.
Oh, I love the melody already, and to me, it gives like early 2000s vibe, which I don't even know how to describe early 2000s vibe other than being very earnest. For me, I was just a wee young lad in the 2000s. I was born in 97. So all of that era to me resembles some kind of like naivete, which is, you know, my own perspective, but giving you my frame of thinking.
Cover the hurt. Day is spend it in bed, but that's bad for the body and
right.
Even worse for my head.
Right.
So I'll try and find a
The
place
Hangover.
where no one will ask me a thing. It'll help me to forget and help me to sing.
I had assumed he was already having the hangover, but now he's actually going to the bar, so maybe he's starting it again or needs to go there to rid his mind of whatever is afflicting him.
Help me to forget and help me to sing, 'cause now I'm drunk again. It means to my end, and I'm scared of myself, 'cause now it's all the same. The faces and names, and I'm scared of myself again.
Wow. I already want to talk about these lyrics, but I'll let it breathe.
Have you ever wanted to wake up from your dreaming? It scared you so bad you couldn't.
Cello?
From your dreaming, it scared you so bad you
It's
couldn't
very subtle.
control your heart or your breathing. We'll walk out the door with me on the floor. You don't care how I'm feeling. I guess a weak and tired and frightened man is no longer appealing, 'cause now I'm drunk again. It means to my end, and I'm scared of myself, 'cause now it's all the same. The faces and names, and I'm scared of
God. Dude, the
If I had $1 bill for every time
Back to the
I'd been
beginning.
wrong, I'd be a self-made millionaire and I wouldn't be singing.
Wow, and changing the lyric at the end there. From You'd Still Be Gone. Dude, I love this song. I love the vibe. The melody is so pleasant. I mean, the place that we got to by the very end, it was so huge in its musicality. It is loud, it is epic, it is climactic. It really emphasizes the feelings that are being conveyed lyrically, which again we'll talk about in short order here. I love the swelling of the strings. I love the intensity that gets added to his voice as the song progresses. You hear the horns also make an appearance. All of these components mixed in with that jazz rock feel. The highs are so high. Dude, I'm really impressed with everything that I hear related to Scott. Granted, this is now my second venture into the world of Scott Klopfenstein. I'm liking it all. And it is older. Like, this video got released in 2011, so 14 years ago, and I'm not even sure if that's a true recording and upload date or if that's just a re-upload and it was recorded even earlier. But regardless, good music is good music is good music, and it's going to stand the test of time. The melody too, by the way. I love the melodies that he chooses to sing, the chord progressions they choose to play. This just works for me immediately for so many reasons. I could just keep listing stuff, but I think we should get to the lyrics here. So let's jump in. So we start off, if I had $1 bill for every time I've been wrong, I'd be a self-made millionaire and you'd still be gone. So maybe I'd have money because of how incorrect I am all the time, but you're out of my life now. And because of the song Drunk Again and what we kind of know, presumably because of his alcoholism, pushed that person away. So hand me down my best dress shoes and my best dress shirt, 'cause I'm going out in style to cover the hurt. Let me puff myself up. Let me look better. Let me put on that facade that makes everybody think things are okay with me. But in reality, my goal in doing this is to mask the pain that I'm feeling. And oftentimes alcoholism and just drinking in general, it's used to forget. It's not a problem solver, it's a problem masker. In the same way that just wearing a dress shirt and dress shoes isn't going to make you, let's say, a businessman. Maybe you look like it, but at that point, you're grifting and it's self-delusion. And all I want to do all day is spend it in bed, but that's bad for the body and even worse for my head. So playing on the idea of the hangover, what you actually want to do, I want to rot, I want to decay in where I'm at right now. The hangover keeps you there. I don't want to do anything, don't want to think, but I know I need to. But instead, what I'm going to do is find a place where no one will ask me a thing. It'll help to forget and help me to sing. So at the bar, you're drinking now, it's going to help you forget. You may black out even, but it'll also help you to sing. It'll also allow you to free yourself of your inhibitions, right? So depending on what you're looking to do, you don't want to remember, you want to have a good time. Those are all, I guess, logical reasons as to why you would drink, but it's a band-aid if there are deeper issues under the surface, which there seem to be. Because now I'm drunk again. The means to my end, not the means to an end, but the means to my end. Drinking will be the end of me. And I'm scared of myself, who I've become. Because now it's the same, the faces and names, and I'm scared of myself again. Yeah, because you don't realize who you've become until you're too far gone, and then you may forget who you were. And the tool of alcohol being used as a tool to forget aids in that way to a point where you don't even remember where you began. And I've never really dealt with alcoholism or addiction or any of these kinds of things, so I can speak from my kind of naive perspective here. But losing sense of who you are is a common thing and happens in many other aspects of life. I'm sure it also happens with alcoholism. Have you ever wanted to wake up from your dreaming? Scared you so bad you couldn't control your heart or your breathing? Well, walk out the door with me on the floor. You don't care how I'm feeling. I guess a weak and tired and frightened man is no longer appealing. So multiple things are happening here. We start off with this dream of who I am. I don't know who I am anymore. Have you ever woken up, presumably here in this case, scared you so bad from a nightmare? But turns out the dream that is a nightmare that I'm feeling right now, it's actually my day-to-day existence. So what I wake up into from my nights of slumber is the nightmare. When you black out, you don't have dreams. At least not, I've never had dreams in that kind of circumstance. Well, walk out the door with me on the floor. You don't care how I'm feeling. I guess I'm weak and tired and frightened man is no longer appealing. So now you've seen me at my worst and the person I'm with is no longer with me. They're walking out on me. Driving a wedge sort of in that relationship. Some people have a gift of reaching right into your soul and finding the hole and making it bigger, right? Yeah, people are there to make you feel worse about yourself. Find the chink in your armor, the dagger, and needle their way in to hurt your feelings. I've met people like this, where they've managed to find the most particular comment about you that actually hurts your feelings. Don't like people like this at all. Baby, sometimes I think I catch you cracking cynical smiles, and in a short while, you'll be my heart's grave digger. Interesting. So he seems like the person that he's with is also happy that he's doing poorly. Which, that is a terrible relationship to be a part of. You want to be with somebody who uplifts you rather than laughs at your demise. There's not much I can do, because I'm at the mercy of you. So baby, I guess we're through. And part of me takes this literally, like this is another person in the relationship, but you could also kind of replace the individual with the idea of alcohol. Baby, I guess we're through. The baby here is the alcohol. Instead of being at your mercy, let me make my decisions for myself and see how far that gets me. Because now I'm drunk again, the means to my end, and I'm scared of myself. Because now it's the same faces and names, and I'm scared of myself again. Because now it's all the same, the faces and the names, so go walk out the door. You don't believe me no more, and I'm scared of myself again. Yeah, so often in the face of true rock bottom, a lot of people in our lives, they won't stay in our lives for long. And that is their choice, right? It's a choice to love. It's a choice to help people through their hard times, and it is also your choice to get yourself out of those hard times too. So a lot of where my philosophies kind of land is in our responses to the circumstances that we find ourselves in. And we often have choices in response. We don't necessarily have control over the way our external environment acts on us, but our response is more in our control. But we can't control how others behave as well, and if they view our downfall as their moment to kind of check out and do their own thing, you respect that and you can be sad about it and grieve the loss of that relationship. But what's important and what we need to constantly recenter and reframe for ourselves is the relationship with the self is permanent. We will always be with ourselves, and that is what kind of makes addiction to alcohol so tragic. Because the consequences of alcohol is, let's say, blacking out, losing that connection with who you are. It's a literal wedge between yourself and your own understanding of the self. And there's ideas about becoming the observer to the self and understanding who you are to truly form that personal relationship. But alcohol stands directly in that way. So then we end the song here. If I had $1 bill for every time I've been wrong, I'd be a self-made millionaire and I wouldn't be singing. And, as I mentioned earlier, this line here at the very end, it's repeated from the top, but the second follow-up is a bit different. I'd be a self-made millionaire and I wouldn't be singing versus you'd still be gone. So shifting the framing once again from you and the outcome of you leaving me to me, and I'd still be singing. So despite me being wrong, I can move forward. There is a path outside of the bottle. That's kind of how I view that little switch, because it's a subtle thing. It doesn't feel like a big change lyrically, even though it is, a few words here. I think given the trajectory of this story, starting in a dire place, losing a relationship, having to come to terms with the self, and in the end realizing, if it weren't for all these moments of failure in my life, it wouldn't give me the confidence, it wouldn't give me the experiences to be able to sing about anything. So what we can look forward to, even despite having made mistakes, is the stories we can tell after the fact. It is much more interesting to have gone through trials and tribulations and then come away with lessons rather than not having gone through anything at all. Now, that's not to say okay, if you had 2 pills, take the one that makes you an alcoholic versus not. I think there are better decisions to be made, but you can still improve the path that you're on. And that's the hopeful message that I kind of want to leave the reaction off today. But that's all I have for you. I hope you did enjoy my reaction. If you want to make a reaction request yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link down below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.